to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now Carr going to give to Olawale. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's it, baby. Watch tight, watch tight. Tight here right, tight here right. Later 9, Purdue. Later express, 1, later 1. Later express. Later low.
On first down, Carr. And Cook has it left side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run with Lynch. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They try again with Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Williams, the man in motion left. Williams, a man in motion right. Third and short yardage. Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 8-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Why does Larry always do that? He just stops talking. But let's go play the third quarter. I'm psyched. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danico Autry in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Carr. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Back now in the East Bay. Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 76 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates